Here's the truth that nobody says out loud. Military wives are set up for perfectionism in ways that could break most people. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to be breaking down perfectionism and why it's so much harder for military wives to live under that unique pressure. And then we're going to talk about how this awareness can change everything. First of all, you're under constant evaluation. Your spouse's career depends partly on family stability. You feel like you're always being watched, judged, and evaluated. And don't even get me started about those military balls. And then with the isolation, every few years you start over. You start to build your friendships. You start to build your business, your reputation, all the things, your whole circle of people. Then you have to move. You have to get all new friends, all new customers, all new doctors. First time impression is intense. And you have to do this over again. Then you have the single parenting cycles. And having a family, like most married couples, your home life is so unique. It's so different because during the deployments, trainings, 24-hour duties, you're managing everything alone while maintaining the image that you've got it all together. And ladies, you have so much career sacrifice. Truly. And thank goodness that the therapy profession is starting to expand. More of those state licensure lines continue to support working military wives. Because with these career sacrifices, you've likely given up every opportunity for career advancement for the military life. If not, I have ran into couples where the wife stays behind, like in Texas, while the service member goes out to California because the wife wasn't ready to leave her job. Like, it's such a hard dynamic. And the pressure to feel perfect in all of these roles can feel overwhelming. And the hidden mental load with all of this, it often gets overlooked. Because while your spouse focuses on their military duties, all the while you're managing your emotional well-being of the entire family, you're doing the parenting, the cooking, the cleaning, probably working. You're doing all the logistics of the military life. I remember being like that person who held all the paperwork, and I had binders. They were color-coded, highlighted. I knew where everything was, and it was like the Bible of our moves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got your orders, you've got your passports, your ID cards, all the things. So you're handling all of those logistics of the military life. You're maintaining connections across multiple duty stations. You're being the stable foundation while everything else changes. So never underestimate your power, ladies. On top of all this, society expects you to do all of this perfectly with a smile, and you are just so grateful to be supporting your service member. And, why this matters is because when you start to understand your perfectionism isn't a character flaw, it's actually a normal response to the abnormal pressures. So all of this unusual pressure, you don't have to carry it all alone. And so this is where everything can start to change. You can stop beating yourself up for struggling with the things that would challenge anyone. I mean, I don't know how many times I would talk to civilian friends and they're like, oh, I can't imagine not knowing where I would live next year. I mean, you just get over it, You can also start recognizing that good enough isn't settling. It's actually a great survival technique to help you in continuing moving forward. Here's another takeaway for you. Your worth is not determined by how perfectly you handle military life. Sometimes it gets messy. Sometimes orders get lost. Sometimes flights change. You know how it goes. So don't continue to put unrelenting pressure on yourself. Remember, there's only so much within your control. Here are those permissions you need. You have permission to struggle with the military life challenges. You have permission to not have everything figured out all the time during every transition. You have permission to ask for help without feeling like you're failing. Military life demands more flexibility, resilience, and adaptation that most people will ever need. Of course, you have developed perfectionistic tendencies. You're trying to excel in an exceptionally challenging lifestyle. In the next episode, I'm going to talk to you about how to stop moving that goalpost of perfectionism, because enough is going to be your new finish line. Remember, you're not failing in the military life. Military life is just really, really hard. All right, ladies, stay blessed by the best, and I'll see you next time.